Okay, so today's video, as promised, I'm going to show you how to create a simple watermark for your photos using Picmonkey. Now, I did a little call out to for you who would like one made, and a whole load of you put your names down on the team page, and I've used a random generator to come up with the person who this is for. So nobody at this point still knows who this is for, and all will be revealed in a moment. So what I want to do is in Picmonkey, if I go, I'm wanting to do a blank canvas. So I'm going to choose the collage layout and blank canvas. Now I could look along here and look at the different sizes and select a size. Now in actual fact, I do want a 500 by 500, but I'm not going to pick it because I want to show you how you create your own. So I'm just going to go into collage. So in here, it brings up a basic collage for you, and you could bring in some images here and add them in. These are great to use for things like adverts, if you're putting an advert out there and you want to change it. But we're going to do one complete image that's a blank canvas. So down the bottom here, we want to change the size of this. Now, because of this being locked, anything I change in this one will automatically change in the right hand one because it's locked as a square. So I'm going to change that to 500, and when I hit enter, it changes all of it. Yeah. Now I want one image, so this is currently showing 3, and up in the right hand corner of each cell you can get rid of. Okay, now over on the left hand side here, that's where you pull in the images if you wanted to add images in here by clicking here. This is where you would choose what type of collage you wanted if you wanted a different style of a number of images in the one. This is for doing various backgrounds. So in those collages, if you were doing an advert, you could put a block of colour in. But we want the one at the bottom here, the background, and we want to make the background transparent. The reason we want it transparent is because we want it to lay over your card or project image. So up here, we're going to send to editor, export to editor. So this hashed look is because it is transparent. Now, first thing that I want to do, because a lot of watermarks are white writing or clear, you know, that neutral look, it could be quite difficult to work on. So the first thing I like to do is click on the butterfly and bring up a geometric image of a square. Now I'm just going to change that square to any old color, just something that's kind of pleasant on the eye, so to speak, and easier to work with. So I'm dragging that out, and I want to drag it out over and beyond the edge of this square a little bit, and to there. Okay, and then if I click somewhere out of the way, that just gets rid of it, and that's done. That just makes it easier for me to work with. That will get deleted later, so it's there for no other reason. Okay, so here you've got all that. So I've clicked on the T for text, and here you've got lots of different fonts you can choose of. Be mindful of the font that you choose. You want something that is legible. Some letters are not very legible in certain scripts. You might pick that they look beautiful, but when you start typing them, they're not very, in mine, I think it's my O, can be a little bit troublesome at times. So you just need to be a bit mindful of that. Now I'm going to choose Princess Sophia here and add text. So this should now bring up Princess Sophia. Over here, it's telling me that it's bringing up in black and the font size, all of which I can change over here in a little while. Now, as I say, this person who I'm creating this one for, in order to show you how to create one, doesn't know that this is being created. So I hope, Catherine, congratulations. I hope you like what I come up with. As I say, it's a very simple little watermark that I will not be offended if you change, if you don't like. It just gave me something to work with. I'm just going to drag that out. Now I want to pull that in because I want that to fill that box. And then by pulling this down, I'm now going to make this as big as this kind of box. I want to fill it. Yes, I will not be offended if you don't like this, and if you want it, want to change it. This is just to demonstrate how to make one of your own. And meanwhile, you could be using this whilst you come up with something that you really like. Okay, so now what we want to do is I want to put her name in. So I'm coming over here and I'm going to choose something that's really legible here for her name. Not that this isn't legible, that's nice and clear. And I liked the big size of each of the letters at the beginning. So I'm going to go for this future medium and I'm going to add text. And I'm just going to lift that up and I'm going to pop in here. And because you'd like your telephone number, I don't like to do too many lines. I think it's too much information for people to see. And once this gets reduced down in size and popped in a corner of your image, it will reduce and become illegible. So you want something that's just nice and crisp and clear. So the fewer the lines, almost the better. And besides, you don't want to give them so much information that they don't know which one to choose. You just want to give them enough information that they can get hold of you in one way or another, and then find their favorite method of communicating with you, so to speak. I'm just going to pull that in so it helps me center that a little bit. And I'm going to pull that down a bit. Now I can change the size of that font if I want to go up. I quite like that steps in a tiny bit. Ooh, now there, if you can see, I'm actually holding on to that top. So the way to get away from that, come away from it, click out of it, and then you'll be able to deal with the next layer up. So the next one that I want to do, I'm going to use the same clear font again, and I'm going to come underneath, because something that we are required to have on is the copyright part with stamping up on. So I'm working on a Mac, and how I get my copyright symbol on a Mac, forgive me, I'm not aware for other computers, but for a Mac I can tell you this. I just Googled it and it told me how to do it. So I want to press Option and G will give me the copyright symbol. Then do that. Don't worry, I'll change that and put that all on one line in a moment. And now if I do Option and R, it gives me this symbol that we also need to add at the end. So drag that out and that will put that onto one line, but I want to make that a little bit smaller. I've just highlighted that, and over here I'm going to take that down. I'm not really sure what to take it down to, but we'll try that. Let's just see what that looks like, and then we'll be tucking that up a little bit. Oh, I quite like the way how that F sits into that P there. Let's just have a look. That's quite sweet. I quite like that. Let's just check, have I got an extra? Yes, I thought I did. Got an extra gap in there. Close those up a little bit. And let's just... Yeah, okay. So now what I can do is I can come out of that there. Change the colors of these over here. If I click on this, you see, I can change the color. Now I just want to do a white version and a black version. So I'm going to do a white version first. And change that up to there. And that up to there. There we go. Now I can get rid of this. So if I just literally hit my, you see what I mean? That to have worked on would have been really difficult. So I can now export that and turn that into Catherine Smith watermark. The PNG means that it is see-through, it's clear, and that's what you want it to stay as. So whenever you use it, it must say PNG. Now export to computer. Now, because it's still there, I can go and pull that down to black. And that one to black. I like to do it this way around. I just find it slightly easier to go from white to black. Now I've got that there, I can export. Catherine Smith black watermark.png. Export to computer. So now I have both of these saved to the computer. So that is how you make a basic watermark. I'll do a second little video that will show you how to physically use it in a moment. But I hope that has made it quite clear for you how to create a very simple one. Just be mindful of the number of rows, the style of font, and make sure that you make it fill that gap, make it nice and clear, because that will, in time when you start using it, be reduced down in size, and then you just want to make sure it's clear. I'm hoping this will be clear, but only time will tell. But that's it's been a while since I made one. Hopefully that's going to work, which I'll show you in a minute.